One day you're the CEO of Exxon, and the next day you get fired by a man who used to sell steaks in the mail.
It takes time to adjust when you're fired by the President of the United States. In a tweet, John Goodman drove that point home in a tense cameo as Rex Tillerson on NBC Saturday Night Live this week. Plus, Bill Hader returned to host for a second time, and the former SNL cast member had a hard time keeping a straight face in not one, but two sketches, the second of which brought back the beloved Stefan. Seriously, we would have rioted if we didn't get Stefan. But before we get into Weekend Update, let's kick off with Hader, Goodman, and another special guest in the cold open as we look back at this week's most memorable SNL moments. The show began with a spoof of Anderson Cooper 360, which welcomed Goodman as fired Secretary of State Tillerson, as well as Hader as Anthony Scaramucci and fellow SNL alum Fred Armisen, who played Michael Wolff, the writer of Fire and Fury inside the Trump White House. The biggest bombshell? Apparently, there will soon be a sequel to the blockbuster book thanks to a new secret White House informant.
Oh, yeah, I heard about this guy. What a rat. Completely off the record, it's me. Wait, is this being recorded?
Yes, Mooch. You were live on TV. He'll never learn, and it's adorable. Before we move on, let's check back in with Tillerson for one final thought.
Okay, gentlemen, any insights into...
Trump is a moron! Call Jurassic Park, because the Rexy is loose.
Speaking of Jurassic Park, to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the film's release, SNL presented fake 1992 screen tests for the film. And yes, it was all just a big excuse for Hader and company to trot out some of their best 90s-ish impressions. Not that we're complaining, since Pete Davidson got to channel Adam Sandler.
Turkey lucky do and turkey lucky do. I like the T-Rex, does T-Rex like me?
Shut up!
And Kenan Thompson added a bit of his own dialogue as O.J. Simpson.
If I did let the dinosaurs out, let me tell you how I would have done it.
The show jumped back into the Me Too conversation with a sketch that poked fun at the stereotype that Canadians are nice and frequently say sorry. Hader played Thomas Logan, the fictional Canadian Harvey Weinstein, who resigned after making the catastrophic comment, "Nice sweater," to Heidi Gardner as his assistant. He, of course, said he was sorry immediately and went to HR, but here's what happened next.
The HR lady says, "No, I'm sorry. I should have seen this coming." So I resigned, and then she resigned.
And I resigned too, because I was just so sorry about how it all turned out.
Then it was revealed that Arcade Fire, the show's musical guest, had worked with a disgraced producer in the past, so of course, the group had to apologize as well.
I'm sorry. Richard Reed Parry?
Oh, I'm sorry.
William Butler?
Not Canadian, but still sorry.
Next up, we have Hader as an elderly man married to a character played by Cecily Strong, who brought him along to a girls' night. Strong's friends, understandably, began to freak out as the couple actually had sex in front of them to take advantage of her husband Cialis kicking in. Things got crazier when Hader started having too much fun with his motorized wheelchair and, well, nobody could keep a straight face. And that's when Melissa Villaseñor pretty much lost it. By that point, things were so out of control that Hader could barely keep going himself.
You should be ashamed of yourselves.
And speaking of Bill Hader cracking up, we were thankfully treated to the triumphant return of Stefan, who dropped by Weekend Update to share some St. Patrick's Day clubbing tips for those who fell into one of these categories.
If you're Irish or just white and violent.
But first, he gave anchors Michael Che and Colin Jost these amazing nicknames.
Moonlight, LALA Land. You're both right.
Stefan went on to talk about a few amazing hotspots we'd never heard of, including this one.
New York's hottest Irish club is Off to Church, Mother!
After running down the highlights and introducing us to John Mulaney as his attorney and conceptual piss artist, our clubbing guru wrapped up by launching into his own version of soulmate Seth Meyers' A Closer Look. Michael Che asked why Stefan was trying to do Seth's signature segment.
Oh, Seth and I are versatile. Some nights I do it and he's under the desk.
All right, it's official. We need Stefan back every night, or he needs to be on Seth's show ASAP. Either one. So, what was your favorite moment on this week's SNL? Let us know in the comments. For the Hollywood Reporter News, I'm Lindsay Rodriguez.